Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty nifty news going on over here for the future of the Xbox and their Xbox ecosystem, where we just recently had some really big announcements, and it kind of makes a lot more sense on why this Xbox acquisition is actually going on. Now, this is going to be, I think, in my honest opinion, how Xbox is going to kind of take over the gaming world, and well, it's not necessarily mainly on the console focus, but also maybe more on even mobile focus too, but obviously a little bit of everything, all tied on in. So I want to go talk about this and talk about the speculations, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below, because it's crazy on how much information keeps on coming out from this Microsoft acquisition, and as well on how active Activision is in the first place when it comes to just, I guess, the gaming ecosystem as a whole. So, very nifty stuff, so let's go talk about it, and also some pretty cool Game Pass news as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the $500 giveaway too as well with the Twitch and Twitter down below. We have the Amazon links down below, the Target links down below for all the signups and all of that good stuff. And as well, just appreciate you guys always so much for watching in the first place. So let's go and dive on into this big mysterious Xbox takeover, because as of recently, they've had a lot of very intriguing stuff. Number one is a bigger focus on the Xbox, essentially Apple TV, Roku stick type things, where they're trying their best to go push Game Pass into a portable USB, put it on your TV too as well with their Samsung deals, and that alone is an absolutely fantastic idea. Where it does kind of seem like for them, they're kind of focusing on, well, just trying to get Game Pass literally everywhere, and make it so people can literally go play games. Literally anywhere. But now an even biggest thing too is going to be tapping into even other markets. Now when it comes to big gaming things, when it comes to Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, or Amazon, whatever it might be, sometimes you have to actually go dive into other competitors to be able to go and compete and make more money. I think a really good example for that is Tesla, where they're making good money. I think they had $21 billion as of revenue a few days ago. So obviously with the idea of electric cars and getting subsidiaries, a lot of these big types of companies like the Ford, the Chevy, whatever, are going to start making their own electric vehicles, if not already trying to fine tune them and go and market them to compete. Now there's one really big player that we don't really see too much of that's in competition wise, which is Apple. Now, Apple, as you guys know, has the Apple Store, and even Epic Games, Fortnite themselves, were not able to go and maintain their relationship with Apple, because they obviously want to have a bigger cut, because, well, when it comes to Fortnite, they want to make a lot of extra money. They're getting a lot of microtransactions. They're getting a lot of people buying V-Bucks, buying skins, buying battle passes. So they were like, hey, we're driving you guys a lot of money. How about we go and cut down our revenue numbers? Let's go make it a little bit cheaper. Let's go cut a deal. And then essentially they're like, Apple's like, let's not. And then after that all ties on into, that goes into Epic Games trying to make their own launcher, and then there's big legal issues, and that leads into where Microsoft might go become the next quadrillion-dollar company, because it's already kind of trillion-dollar company as is, where Microsoft wants to build an Xbox-branded mobile game store where the Activision Blizzard merger would actually be playing a huge key role. So Microsoft wants to bring a taste of Xbox game shopping to your phone. As The Verge explains, a company filing with the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, so the CMA, has revealed plans to build a next-generation Xbox store that's now available on mobile devices, not only just on consoles and PC. So basically, they're trying their best to go and either mimic up the Play Store on Android or the Apple iOS, and they want to be able to go and put a lot of these mobile games. So think there is billions upon billions of dollars, whether it's from Raid Shadow Legends, whether it's from Call of Duty Mobile, Animal Crossing Mobile, or even games, such as Candy Crush, Clash of Clans, whatever it may go and be. We're kind of seeing these all floating around where they're worth a lot of money. You get those kind of big whales in, look at Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy. Both those games were churning profit. And it looks like Xbox wants a piece of that, which rightfully so would make sense. So the shop would unsurprisingly lean heavily on content from the proposed Activision Blizzard merger. Now, this is where it kind of gets a little bit more juicier, because a lot of folks are worried, obviously, about the Call of Duty. A lot of folks are worried about, Overwatch or the Warcraft, these big games like Diablo. But I think the bigger long-term future component, which would also make sense, is all these big games as well. So Call of Duty Mobile and King's more casual games, so think Candy Crush, represent more than half of Activision's revenue and would help attract gamers to the new platform, Microsoft said. That is huge. Obviously, because a lot of like younger gamers nowadays have a decent phone, may not have a decent PC or a decent console, but pretty much everyone nowadays has a phone. The mobile market is obviously being tapped into pretty well, but at least in terms of hardcore gamers. So imagine having like a Halo game, or be able to use the Forge on Halo on your phone, or imagine having something like a Gears Tactics on your phone. Imagine World of Warcraft tie-ins on your phone. Imagine the already currently active games such as Call of Duty Mobile, Pug Mobile, etc., Fortnite. And these games make a lot of money, sometimes even more money than proper, legitimate, quote-unquote, real games. So the purchase would boost Microsoft's mobile gaming and ad revenue. According to the company, it would also offer much-needed expertise in developing and marketing these titles. And that's actually might be like the big key of how Xbox is going to take over the world, because this is huge if you also factor in them having a huge Game Pass deal on PC, on console, on even your TVs with Samsung, and also on cloud gaming and also cloud on phones, but as well also then trying to go and keep on making and developing a lot more of these easily marketable and very profitable phone games. As well, that with that, Activision already has a lot of these too, and a lot of really good IPs. Same with a lot of old Xbox IPs. And obviously, Microsoft has a lot of good business connections, because at the end of the day, if you could sit there and be like, hey, Xbox wants to put our game on Game Pass, or Xbox wants to give us $10 million to make sure it's a Xbox mobile app exclusive, whatever they want to go call it, some places might say yes. So the software giant is aware that there will be challenges. It will require a major shift in consumer habits to pull them away from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. According to the filing, Microsoft says it will apply its open App Store philosophy to the Xbox mobile shop, including equal treatment for third-party apps and choice for in-app payments. And I think that's going to be a big thing for a lot of big hosting things for games, because let's say you have Fortnite that's still in legal issues with Apple. Guess what? They're going to go and be like, hey, you want to know what? Xbox is pretty reputable. Microsoft's pretty normal. You could probably just download this app instead, like the Xbox mobile app or whatever, and go play our games through that system. And I think a lot of people would be not apprehensive on that. I think people would be okay with that. I think at the end of the day, I think it'd be okay. So that's, I think, one of the biggest things out there is that this is kind of a big scheme. Like, they can make a lot of money, especially because Nintendo and the PlayStation have a little bit of a mobile connection, but not really that much. So it's far from certain that Microsoft will launch the Xbox mobile game store as outlined. The CMA is conducting a deep investigation of the Activision Blizzard buyout, and I'm sure we're going to have even more videos today with new filings and everything coming out, so throughout this weekend, I'll be on the lookout for those. If you want to subscribe, feel free to. Because a lot of people are still saying this Activision deal may just go and hurt a lot of competition with Call of Duty, which I'm actually going to be playing Call of Duty 2 as well if you guys want to hang out on Twitch the next few hours, just follow up or whatever. But basically, this is like going to be big, because there's no practical way to install a dedicated Xbox game store on iPhones and iPad, while Android users can sideload the third-party stores. And that's kind of the big issue, too, is why Xbox wants their own proper app, because Apple requires use of the App Store, and then Microsoft struggled to bring these Xbox games to the App Store and had to offer Game Pass streaming through the browser. Short of an antitrust lawsuit forcing Apple to open its platform, Microsoft may have to be content with courting Android games. But once again, it's kind of like the big bad Apple here is still Apple, so hey, Android users, come on Xbox, we'll treat you guys right. Hey, you're a developer? Come on Xbox. Hey, we're used to using Call of Duty Mobile or like Candy Crush. Guess what? You might be able to go and soak in some of these mobile viewers. Hey, we'll also maybe use our platforms to market your game on Microsoft tweets or having the homepage when you launch your games or whatever it may be. And at the end of the day, it's really, really smart. So the strategy behind the filing isn't subtle. Microsoft wants to convince UK regulators that the Activision Blizzard deal would preserve or even improve competition, and the prospect of an Xbox mobile store theoretically helps. Agencies like the CMA may not see it that way. However, officials are still concerned that Microsoft's potential ownership of Call of Duty on console, cloud, and mobile would maybe give them too much control over the games industry, which once again still is all up to debate as of now, but huge story and very intriguing premise to talk about. Let me know your thoughts down below. And some last little stuff to wind down for the Xbox Game Pass, because I've been playing a Playtale up on my Twitch stream, but there's also be a lot more brand new games such as Amnesia's coming out. Soma as well, that just left the PlayStation Store. Persona, we have Gunfire Reborn, Signalis, and a few other various games too as well. By the end of this month, we'll be losing Alan Wake, and a few other kind of good games too as well, like Forgotten City, Sniper Elite, etc., etc. So just let you guys know there was a pretty big Game Pass update too, and as well I want to hear your thoughts on this Xbox takeover. As well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the $500 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below for all the signups on the consoles. We have the Target links too as well to check your your local stores, and then the Twitter down below and Twitch streams if you guys want the bonus giveaway entries. And I'll see you guys later on tonight for another video.